Alright gang, welcome back to our 200 horsepower challenge on CalmLands. You joined me on the way to the store for a very good reason. We are going to be selling our windrower today. There is a windrower in the used sale market. It's almost identical as far as the width goes to this one. It's slightly bigger, I think by 0.1 bigger, but it is cheaper than this one. We can sell this and make money. And now, I understand if buying a used one, the servicing will end up taking more, but I think it's going to actually be better for us in the short term to go ahead and sell this, because we're going to make 16 out of this, and what we're going to buy only costs us $10,330. I also would like to get this one, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it. This would be, ideal. It's 140 horsepower. We can do the wrapping and the baling combo together. It'd save us a ton of time. I just don't know if we're going to be able to do it today, because I was planning on keeping all the digestate, right? I was planning on keeping all of that for a future upgrade to the farm. That's how I'm going to put it. We can still get more digestate once we buy the next plot of land, so I'm not as concerned with it. I think we're going to sell all of the digestate today, and there's a reason for that. If we sell all the digestate, we can actually purchase plot number 21. Barely, but we could purchase it. And that is what I've been talking about for a number of episodes. So I want to get this purchased. We'll just have to delay getting the baler and wrapper combo for a little bit longer. Maybe once we bale those up and get those turned into silage quickly, maybe we'll get enough that we can actually buy this after we sell our two pieces, which I believe this will probably be worth about 3.5, and this would be worth about 19 if we're lucky. So we're pretty close. So maybe if we mow some of this new plot of land quickly and turn those into bale and silage quickly, maybe it'll still be out there tomorrow or late tonight. We'll have to see. But in any case, we went ahead and bought this one because it is slightly bigger, and we just made about $6,000 by doing that, which is good. The more we can make, the better. The way we're going to get to there is by selling the digestate and then selling all of our lettuce and our wool product. We have a lot of that that's ready to go, ready to be sold, and we're going to do it. So let's get back to the farm. We'll put this away. We'll go to the BGA, the methane plant. We will turn on the digestate to selling, and then we will begin selling our lettuce and our wool products. Now, I believe their actual price for them is pretty good right now. At least for the lettuce it is. I'm not sure about the wool, but I think the lettuce is pretty good. 2920 from the market stall, 3016 from cooperative. May be worth us taking them up to the co-op. They're not going to be good for until January, February at this point. And so it's kind of in the middle-ish of where it would normally be, a little bit less than that, but it's not too bad of a price. So I'm willing to go ahead and sell those now if it allows us to get the plot of land that is kind of in the middle of all the plots we have. So it allows us to combine our plots and make it look a little bit more unified. So let's get back to the farm. Alright, pulling up here to the farm. We're going to go ahead and put this away. I think I'll put it over here between this area. It sticks out pretty far. This is a pretty long windrower. It was terrible. Come on, Z. I'm really bad at backing stuff in, too. I don't know if anybody else is, but that's another kryptonite of mine. I'm really bad at doing that. Alright, let's go take a look here at the BGA. We've got about 14 minutes before it's going to flip over for the hour and everything will sell. It should get us there. We've got 56,000 liters of digestate. That's a lot. So when we get to 9, it should sell and make us a good chunk of profit. In the meantime, between now and then, what I'd like to do is start selling some of this lettuce. I'm trying to decide if I want to take this stuff up to the co-op. Not the co-op. What was it called? It might have been called co-op. Yeah, cooperative. Or if we wanted to sell it at our market stall. It's about $100, a little less than that. $100 less. A little less than $100 of difference of profits per 1,000 liters. How many do we have in here? 5,000, so it'd be $500 ish. probably not worth driving up there, but how much is the wool? What's the wool price looking like? Because if the wool is a lot more up there, then it makes more sense for us just to stack everything in there. It must be the other way. It's gotta be. Here we go, wool. Actually, wool right now is almost the best time to sell it. Market stall 3188. It's higher at the market stall than anywhere else. So, let's sell it. Stick her in there. Go ahead and put the lettuce in here too while we're at it. Just push them over here. Well, that's happening. How are our sheep doing? They're good. They're good. No worries on the sheep yet. Still had plenty of water and food. Oh, they just keep respawning on me. I mean, we're almost there just by doing the lettuce right now. Look at this. We may be lucky and get enough to buy that baler like I wanted to do. We might get lucky here, gang. I don't remember how much it was. Like 176,000, I think. So we might get lucky. We might get lucky here. This is doing better than I thought. I thought we were going to be about 168 from all this. $26 grand out of that? Okay. Okay. 178,000. So we need 4,000. I think we'll get 4,000 out of the gestate. I don't see any way we won't get 4,000 out of that. So while we're waiting for 5 minutes, let's try to clean up the field ever so slightly here, because it is a bit of a mess. Clean it up a little bit more, it'll be easier for us to manage. Instead of just having stuff placed everywhere, scattered everywhere. If we can get 20,000 out of the digestate cell, I think we're gonna be able to buy both the plot of land and that baler wrapper combo, because we're gonna sell the other ones we have, which will give us some of the money we need to buy that. Hopefully, that's the case. Actually looks like a little bit of a makeshift yard now, gang, now that I've moved everything around here. She's looking like it's supposed to. Since I've got those IBC pallets there, I'm just going to move this over here. Good enough for me. Alright, 2 minutes. I may just speed up time here. Well, 1 minute. By the time I get over here, it's probably going to be there. Come on. There we go, 184. That's what we wanted to see, baby. That's exactly what we want. I don't think we got exactly where I wanted to be, but we've got enough to buy the land. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Froze or something. Alright, so let's change this to storing again for now. Let's buy our plot of land we wanted to buy. Really happy. Really, really happy. 178 versus 184. I don't know if we're going to have enough to get that baler or not. We'll try it, though. We'll try. $5,657. We need... we're not going to be able to do it. We're not going to be able to do it. Nope. Nope. That won't get us there. That will not get us there. That'll get us to around 28,000 probably. So maybe we'll get lucky and maybe we'll get... Yeah, here's some more wool. Maybe we'll get lucky and be able to sell that. And maybe... maybe by the time we're getting close to finishing the episode, we'll have enough to be able to buy it then. But we'll see. We're basically going to need the wool and the lettuce to populate. If they can populate, then we're going to be good. If they can't populate a few of those, then we're in trouble. So we're just going to start mowing immediately, as you would kind of expect. My plan is to make a nice entryway here down to those trees, the way I've been actually using the grass for. We're going to actually put some gravel down eventually. Probably won't be this episode because we're short on money. But that's the goal here. So we need to get some grass mowed, get some silage bales again. I know, same thing over and over again, but it's what we have to do. And then from there, we're going to make some fields out of this. Now, I don't know how big the field will be down here in the flat part, because this is kind of where I had envisioned putting the yard, was down here towards the end, and kind of have the yard in a thin line running up and connecting with, you know, the sheep and the BGA and all that stuff. So we'll see how much we get, or how far we get, I should say. Just going to run up and down this a couple times here. Now, no matter which way we cut it, the silage isn't going to be ready probably until tomorrow, which is the problem, which is why we're saying we have to hope and pray that we can get something out of the sheep and the lettuce. We have more sheep now. I think I forgot to show that to you, but I will show it to you here in a second. Still have a bit of a sinus cold thing going on, so I apologize, gang. Probably can hear that in my voice, I'm sure. But this is good. I'm very, very happy now that we've been able to get the plots of lands that I've been asking for, that I wanted. Very happy. Wasn't the best corner there, but that's all right. Now, I've saw a lot of other individuals that are running this series using a silo that turns, you know, your grass into silage really quickly. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to figure that out on Mod Hub, because that seems to be like the most beneficial way to do this. I mean, it's fast. They're running through silage much quicker than I am, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm behind so much. They are all, for the most part, using a forage wagon rather than actually doing bales like I'm doing the old-fashioned way. So I'm gonna have to look into it at least. Maybe that's what we do instead of buying that baler if we can't get there. Maybe we look at trying to upgrade our yard and everything to a company that silo that turns your grass into silage, and you know, go that path. That might be better off for us. I'd have to look at the Mod Hub and see if I can find it, though, and see what it would cost for that, the forage wagging, and then also see what it would cost for selling our stuff. Would we be able to actually make a profit? Would it be even? Would we lose money? Right? Those are all things we'd have to factor in. So I probably will do that off camera today, just to make a better decision on what we want to do. Because I said I want to make what I'm mowing right now is what I envision. There's going to be an entryway, and then on the other side of the entryway will be some sheds and different things that we would need for our farm, and then kind of have the yard just going from there all the way up to here to the sheep, and then connect all of this, the BGA, the sheep, the hydroponic greenhouse, all that stuff. Just kind of connect all of that together. That's my vision, at least. We'll go back up here to the top, and then I don't know if the worker will actually do what I want to do. I don't think it will. Most of the time with grass, the worker is not very good. I doubt the worker will windrow like I want to. It's probably going to say no field found, but I'm going to attempt it. And if not, I'll just windrow this small section up here real quickly, just so you guys can see that. And then I'll probably do the rest of the mowing and the windrowing off camera. We've done a lot of mowing as it is. I don't want to bore you guys every single episode with the same monotonous mowing. Let's get into our Fiat. Right, pellets. Smacking them. This thing is much longer. It's hard for me to maneuver this thing in the yard. We're going to have to get a bigger yard. Well, hopefully, we'll have a barn here really soon. I can't even turn with it. See, I'm just sliding it. Alright, well, we're going to have to see if we can whip a Yui here without killing the crop too much. Alright, good. We almost knocked over that IBC, though. So I'll have to turn it on. Didn't know if there'd be a turn on button for it or not. Yeah, no worker found. Kind of what I expected. And I bet it's going to say the same thing for the grass. I think I already did this before, but I'm just trying. I'm trying to see if it works or not. Yep. So tell you what, gang, we'll get at least a little bit of this done. I'll do some research on, see if I can figure out what that silo is that they're utilizing for silage, and see if that makes more sense for us moving forward to go away from the baling and just do a forage wagon and drop it into the silo. When all that's done and I've made my decision and I've got all this mowed up, I'll be back with you guys. Alright, gang, so we're almost done mowing here, and I have found a silo. I don't know if it's the silo they're using. I don't think it is. It could be, but the few individuals that I've watched who have this silo, it doesn't appear to be the exact same silo, but I did find one. Now, it is $10,000, so it is a good chunk of change, but I think we can get there. The reason why I think we can get there is because we can sell our baler and we can sell our wrapper for around $20,000, give or take $1,000. And we've got all those trees up there that we can chop down from this new plot of land. There's probably 15 trees up there, and when we chopped over there, we only had like 5 or 6, and we made a good chunk of change. So that should easily be able to get us to getting this silo without having to sell any of our, baler or wrapper. So when we sell that, that should give us enough money to buy a forage wagon. Now, it's basically going to be doing the exact same thing we're doing now, but it will speed up the process. From what I can tell, the silo I'm putting in will turn in so much silage every hour versus having to bale it, wait a whole day before it turns into silage, as we're doing now. So, should speed up the process, which means we should speed up the ability for us to gain more funds quicker, which means we'll be able to purchase further land and equipment at a faster clip, which is really the goal here, right? I mean, we're moving a little slow compared to everybody else, and that's just because we have to wait every day for the silage to be ready. So if we can speed the silage up, we're certainly going to do that. So that's our goal here. I'm going to go ahead and finish mowing the rest of this up. I will get all of it windrowed, probably. Yeah, probably. I'll probably do all the windrowing, and then once all of that's done, we'll go up there, cut down some trees, sell those, go sell our items of equipment, and then we'll kind of figure out where we're going to place this silo. I've been thinking about it. I really don't know where I want to put it yet, because I really haven't spent some time, now that I know for a fact we have this land, envisioning where I want things to go. So I probably will spend a little bit of time off camera just figuring that out. Figuring out how I want our yard to work, how I want it to be set up. I did obviously not mow all the way to the top of the hill here. I'm kind of cutting this up into 2 pieces. We'll do part of it in this episode, obviously a big portion of it in this episode. Most of it in this episode is what I should say. And then the rest of it we'll do in the following episode. And hopefully we'll be close to being able to buy another plot of land in that next episode. Ideally 22 right in front of us on the little mini map there that I've got. I guess I don't need that up anymore since I've got the outline mode, but this is still going to be a nice payday with the grass we got here. This is big plot of land. By far the biggest. It's bigger than that one we bought over there across the water because it has, you know, road going through it multiple times. It's got a bit of water on it. This one has nothing. It's just a field and that big hill back there. That hill's massive, though. That is a massive hill. So I'm not really sure what I want to do with that hill yet. In hindsight, I wish I would have followed Rusty's path and put this online so I could have a second account running with funds to be able to do some kind of, you know, land movement without having to spend my own money, because ideally that's what I would do there, is try to flatten some of that hill out a little bit, make it a little easier on ourselves. But I don't know. Next time, lesson learned next time to try to do that whenever I do another challenge with everybody here. I love what Rusty's got going on. I was watching his live stream the other day, and he's got like a 3-tier like hill set up for like his yard. I really like the way it looks, and he's had a lot of extra money to be able to spend to try to make the yard look neat and nice. Very jealous of that, so definitely going to take that into account in the future to make sure I think about doing it online so I can utilize some funds that are not a part of the challenge to work the land a little bit. But in any case, I'm going off tangent a little bit. Let's get this mowed. We'll get it windrowed, and then probably chop down some trees. I'll be back with you guys when all that's done. Alright, gang, we got 2 trees cut down. I'm going to attempt this. I don't know if this is the smartest idea or not. I think we might fail, but I'm going to try to carry this log on the forks all the way up to the shop. I don't think it will work, but we're going to attempt it. And when it falls off, because we know it will, we'll just chop it down from there. I think these 2 trees, because they are really big trees, are going to be sufficient enough for us to be able to buy the silo. At least I hope so. And then, well, from that point, we will take the rest of our equipment up and sell it, and then buy the forge wagon. So I will do a little bit of off-camera work here. Oh, this is going to be the problem, the cornering. Yep, that ain't going to work. I can already tell you that ain't going to work. We're not even going to make it through this. It's too long to make it through this. Let's chop it down a little bit while we're here. Might not be able to pick that up. Nope. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to pick that one up. Wasn't thinking about the bridge being too small for how long that log was. Don't know why I was thinking about that. I've gone through that bridge many times, but I was not thinking of it. See if I can push that back that way a little more. Alright, let's try this again. This should be enough to get through there. And it is a skinnier log now, so probably have an easier time of me carrying it up there. But we'll see how we do. We're going to try to get this up to the sell point. Wish we had a wood sell point, but our market does not accept wood. So it's unfortunate for us, but it is what it is. But we're going to meander our way up there and see what kind of money we get. I don't know if we'll get more or not. I think you do get more for the longer the wood, the piece of wood is, the more money you get. So since this is a much longer piece of wood than everything else we have on our trailer, it should give us a little bit more of an income. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I will see you guys up at the shop. Pulling up here, gang. We made it for the most part. I think the biggest problem now is going to be trying to get this through the entryway with all these cars. You know something's going to happen. You know a car's going to hit me. We're going for it. We're going for it. We did it. We did it. Alright, now don't drop the wood now. We've got it all the way up here. Don't drop it on these corners. Take them nice and slow. Gentle, caressing quarters. Gentle, gentle. Very good. Very good. I don't know if I'm going to have to drop the wood off the forks or not, or if it's going to accept it. I have no clue. Well, there you go. That just did it for me. So just to be safe, I don't want to leave it there and it gets stuck. I'm going to take one of these logs off and give it a little push. It's heavy. I think that'll sell. Alright, let's see what we get here, gang. 2,491. There's still wood on the trailer that did not sell. I should have known that. And the last time we did it, there was wood. I pushed all the wood off because I said I thought, if I remember correctly, this trailer, since it's technically a bale trailer and not a wood trailer, sometimes it doesn't register that there's wood on it. But this should get us past 10,000. Okay, maybe not. But nearly. $16 short. I'll see you guys back at the farm. We should have enough if we sell whatever's there of the wool, and if there's any lettuce there, we should easily have enough to buy the silo. I'm going to do a little research on where I want to put it, now that I can look at the yard a little bit more. And then we'll start bringing all of our equipment up here to sell, get a forage wagon, pick up some of that grass so we can actually put the silo down, and go from there. See you guys in a bit. Alright, gang, we're pulling back up here to the shop. My controller's been acting up a little bit again today. I think the controller is supposed to be here tomorrow, maybe? Somewhere in this week. Well, when this comes out. I'm not sure when this is coming out for you guys, but time of recording it, somewhere during this week. I already took the wrapper up here, and I just went back and grabbed the baler. I just figured there's no reason to show you guys me going back and forth with equipment, just driving up and down. It's kind of pointless. So let's sell this stuff, and then let's see what kind of money we're getting out of this. And then we'll decide. Alright. So we got 31 grand. Now, 10 of that has got to be for the silo itself. As far as we have one pallet of sheet, we might... it's probably not really worth it. It's 74 liters, and it's not even worth anything. It's probably like $200 or $300. It's not even worth it. So that only gives us about 20 grand. So we don't have a whole lot really we can work with early on. We could certainly upgrade it later on, but 20 grand is what we're looking at for forage wagons. So we're limited. This would be super nice to have. 25 M3. Some of these other ones, 10 to 13 M3 for a significantly cheaper amount. So maybe that's the one to go with for now. I mean, it's about half. Big fill volume is $100 more. $3,500. That still gives us plenty of money to work with. We could probably build a bit of a makeshift yard with this as well. It does mean we have to make more trips back and forth. What else? Is there anything else out there? What's this one? 8.5. So that's less, so there's really no reason to do that. There's no option to make it bigger, so there's no reason to pick that one. That's pretty much it, man. That's our option here. The silage additives would be nice, but we could probably wait and do that later. Since this is such an inexpensive one, we might as well go with it. I mean, I like the wood. The aluminum is kind of ugly, I think. We'll go with the wood. I don't know. What do you need, top or low? I'm assuming top. Does it cost anything to change the colors? No. So maybe we will. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine. $3,500. Very inexpensive. Very inexpensive indeed. Let's get this back to the farm. Let's load up some of our grass. We may have to sell a load of grass just so we have enough room to place down the silo. Right now we cannot do it because the grass is in the way. But let's see how much we can pick up with it in that vicinity of where I'm thinking about putting it. And we'll go from there. See you guys back at the farm. Alright, gang, we're pulling back up here to the farm. I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight on this row here and just see how much we get. See how fast it fills up. Let me turn the help window on here. Make sure I have everything turned on. Loading ring. Okay, lower. I already unfolded it. So we should be picking up grass. Yes, perfect. So let's just see how fast this loads up. It looks like it's going to load up pretty daggone quickly. But hopefully we can get a decent chunk of this up here out of the way. So we may be doing this a little awkwardly than we normally would, because I'm probably going to take away as much grass as I can in this area right here. This is kind of where I was imagining putting it, near the BGA for the methane, because that's kind of where it will be going anyway, and we might just throw it on distribution as long as it gives us that ability, the silo. I don't know if it will or not. If it doesn't, we'll have to just carry it over there. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes here. I think we're going to have to get at least more than... We're going to have to go sell a load with just this grass. I mean, there's no way. There's a lot of grass here. We're already almost full. So I don't think... See, there's any way... I probably should have just waited until we get up here to start loading the grass. But it's okay. It's alright. We might get lucky here. We might be able to get it all. Sorry, sheepy. Probably scared you with that. Just ran right into your fence. Right, let's flip a Yui here. Pick this up, and then we'll try to do this row as well as much as we can, because I think it's going to go out a little further than what we have. So, but it looks like we're actually going to get a little bit more than I was initially expecting, considering how fast that was filling up. Yeah, we should be okay, actually, I think. Hopefully. Alright, it's full. So the one I was going to get, let me show it to you. It's actually under a production, which is kind of weird, but it is. It's this guy right here. So, let me think about where I'm going to put it, gang. I'll be right back with you. Alright, gang, this is where I decided to go with it. I don't know if it's the most ideal or perfect spot, but this is where I decided to put it. We do have a nice little carport-like thing here, so we probably can put our forage wagon in there, or maybe something else, potentially. A tractor. But certainly the harvester will not fit in there. So besides that, what I want to do is we'll throw a little quick time-lapse in here, I think. We're going to clean up a little bit more of this grass in this area, at least enough to begin working on building out a yard. Luckily, we do have some funds at our exposure, so we can do that. It also has the ability, which I was hoping it did, and it does. I got to find the trigger. Where's it at? It's somewhere in here. There it is. It has the trigger to actually go ahead and distribute. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and distribute our grass silage. We should send it from there over to here, so we can constantly be making income as we're dropping this off. This is awesome, honestly. Much faster than what we were doing. So hopefully this will allow us to make a lot more progress as we continue on here. So let's go ahead and drop this in here first. We'll throw a time lapse in. I'm probably going to do a little bit of editing as well. Just try to make the yard a little bit. Put some gravel down, flatten out some areas. Try to make it a little easier on ourselves if I can. And then I probably will also throw in a barn or two, depending on the pricing, with our yard creation here. So we'll get going on this. Need to unfold this thing again. I better turn this on. I'm gonna have to go the long way because my controller is acting up again. It's one button, and of course it's the button that I use a lot in Farming Simulator. Other games I don't use it all that often, but in this one, it's all I do is use this one. So it's unfortunate, but hopefully only a few more days, and I will not have to deal with this anymore. Let's get this done, gang. And once we've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these rows, maybe 6 of these rows done, we will go ahead and start working on the yard a little bit. At least put some gravel down, maybe one shed. think that's enough for us to start working on at least creating some gravel down for a yard. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, guys. This is much easier than doing the bales that I was doing. This is like night and day. Night and day. But once it hits 15, we should be, all this silage should flip over from here to here as long as I set it up correctly, which I think I did. And then once that 15 goes to 16, whatever has been processed as far as electricity charge and methane should sell automatically as well. So we should have a good income once that is done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of temporarily pull this over here. We're going to work on doing the yard a little bit. So I'm not going to do anything crazy this episode. We'll probably spend a lot more maybe in the next episode doing this, but at least try to lay out a little bit of what we want to do here, right? I'm going to waste a little bit of that crop, but I really didn't want that crop there anyway, so. We're going to make this relatively large over here. I don't know how much room we're going to need, but we're going to make the yard pretty large. I'm going to leave that to there. Eventually, I'm probably going to connect this to here, and then we're going to probably make a path that goes from here all the way over to here, so we can connect this field here and this field and this field that we're going to do. That way we have a kind of an easy way to get around things if we need to. So I think for now I'm good with that. We'll expand this way a little bit more. Actually, we're going to expand this way a little bit more too. Nothing crazy, but another pass there should be plenty. Perfect. It's a nice big yard for us. We've got a nice little connection over to here now. I'm probably going to eventually upgrade our tent to some kind of a house, a little tiny house probably. I might connect these fields a little bit, like cut this off here and connect these fields. Be a little awkward shape. I don't know for sure if that's what I'll do or not, but probably will. I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I've got plans for the reason why I haven't done anything here and I'm not putting this down. I've got some plans for something here that'll be coming in the future. So let's build a pathway. Like I said, I wanted to do a pathway down to here. This is going to be the most crucial, difficult part, trying to keep this straight. Did not keep it straight, but it's okay. It'll work. Trying to keep it, because we're probably going to be going that way eventually, so I kind of want to have it a pretty big turn in, so you have enough room. That'll work. A little close to this one, but to this field over here, but I think it'll work. It'll work. Might expand it just a little bit here, just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Feel a little bit more comfortable with that size now. So we got a nice little entrance there. I don't know if we'll make the field be this awkward shape coming here. We probably will, but I also had an idea of maybe putting some trees down, like a row of trees down this way. Give it a little shade on the way, the little entrance. I think that would be nice. We're spending a lot of money on this gravel, but that's okay. I think we're going to make plenty of money now that we have this set up. So I need another silo, and we need a barn. That's really what we need now. Get rid of that. I don't like that. Let's try to line this a little. Looks like I used a little bit of a different gravel than this, but that's okay. I don't know what that was, what I used on that. I think I used granite. I guess what I did. But that's okay. You can have different levels of gravel, and we got, you know, like cement here, or whatever you want to call that, so I really don't care. That doesn't bother me that much. Alright, I'm good with that for now. As far as a building, or a shed of some sort, like I said, I may wait till the next episode, but I'm going to take a quick peek in here and just see if I find anything that catches my eye. Actually, before we do that, we need to landscape. We did not smooth the stuff out like I wanted to do, so let's smooth this out as best as we can. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to let us do anything that's perfect. But if we can smooth out the edges a little bit, I'm going to be, you know, a little happier with what we got here, what we're dealing with. Alright, hopefully that's a little bit better. It's less severe. There's still a bump there, but it's better-ish, I guess. There's still a bump there too, but there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do when you're putting placeables down. This is about as flat land as I got, so we just got the deal for little bumps here and there. Not too bad. It's really not. So let's go ahead and get back in our tractor, and we'll continue our progress of collecting our grass to turn into silage. We've got 2 minutes, and whatever has been sent over, 74,000 of that is going to be sent over. So hopefully by the time we complete this field, it'll be 16, and then maybe we'll make some money. Alright, so it just flipped over, so it should be processing now. Let's just double check and make sure it's working right before we get too far away. Yep, storage is empty. Yep, so it should be working. Yes, perfect. Yes, yes. Fantastic. So when the hour strikes again, we will be making money. Let's go ahead and get this done, gang. We'll throw in another time lapse to finish this off, and then we'll see where we're at. Alright, gang, we're about ready to click over here. So we're going to see how much money we make. We've got a lot of silage in there. Looks like everything's done here as far as the silage being produced into electric charge, methane, and digestate. We are still going to store the digestate since we sold it to buy this plot of land. So we will hold on to that. The rest of it's going to sell. I would expect about $60,000, give or take, when this flips over. We're going to go ahead and just speed up time here so we can actually figure out which one it is. If I can get the button to work here. Come on. Let's hope for 66 grand here, gang. That's what I'm hoping for. If it's more, even better. Ooh. How much was that? We can figure that out right here. No, we can't, because we sold other stuff today, so no, we can't. But it was around that. It was around that, a little bit more, I think. Maybe actually, no, maybe a little less, but still, around 60 grand. We'll take it, man. That's fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. We only have a few more strips here to go. Shouldn't take too much longer. I'll just do a jump cut here for this portion. And what we'll probably do at that point is I will go ahead and speed up time and then get all this to sell today and see what kind of money we get, what kind of profit we get, and then decide what we're going to do in the next episode. We still have a lot of things to do on this one field we just bought. We haven't put down a barn yet. We haven't drilled this into a field yet. We have all that grass up there to mow and put into a field. That's going to take a long time because of the hill. The hill is going to slow us down. So we got a lot to do. And we're gaining a lot of money now. So now we're in a position where we can relatively with ease start buying plots of land due to some of the productions that we've put down. It's just making it easier on ourselves. We're making more money out of it. It's just all around a good thing and a little bit so we're not doing the same thing over and over again. Now my goal, like I said at the beginning of this series, was eventually to still start doing some kind of root crop. Preferably like a carrots or maybe a red beets, something like that. And that is still a goal. But ideally, I'd like to do it on a smaller plot of land, or a smaller field, excuse me. So before we connect those two, if I even decide to connect those two, I may not connect them, but if we do decide to connect those two over there that I was talking about earlier, I would probably like to try it on the smaller field there that we created by the entrance first, and then just see how it goes. I know it's going to be similar to like doing potatoes, and it just takes forever. It takes absolutely forever to do. It's kind of painful. If I'm honest with you, it's almost as painful as doing all those bales. First couple of times you do bales, it's fine, but then it starts getting painful when you have to do it all the time, over and over again. So I'm glad we kind of flipped to this. It's much easier, it's faster, it's just overall better for us. So let me get this done. There's only like 2-ish rows, maybe a few more left. It won't take that long, and then I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Alright, gang, that is the field done. This has been an extremely productive day today. We've got a lot done. We got a lot of new stuff. We're making a lot more money at a faster clip. This has been really, really good. So, episode's getting kind of long now. I kind of wanted to potentially start drilling a field over here, but I don't know if we will in this episode. I think we're going to probably wait for the next one. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and speed up time here. Let's get this stuff sold. And then that way we'll see what we're left with, what kind of money we're going to make here. 145. We got a lot more coming. So probably 160-ish by the time this episode's over. This is going to be really, really good. Really, really good. And what I'll probably do, 176 grand. That's what we're got. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We have that whole section of that field to still to mow. This is awesome. We are finally making progress. Episode, what are we at now? 12? I don't know what we're on. 11, 12? I can't remember. I've done a lot of these back-to-back, so I forget what episode we're on now at this point. But whatever episode it is we're on, we're finally making progress. It's taken us a long time to get there, but we've made progress. And we actually have our entry path as I wanted it. This is looking really, really good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me a ton. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas. Let me know down below. Subscribe to my other channel if you haven't already. And till next time. Oh, make sure you check out everybody else's playthroughs. They're down below. They're linked down below. Everybody that's involved in this challenge. And until next time, I will see you all in the next episode.